Hey guys, Andrew here today, and in this video, I'm talking about the 5 reasons why you will never be rich. The good news, though, is that if you avoid doing these 5 things, then you greatly increase your chances of actually becoming rich, just like you greatly increase the chances of this channel taking off and showing more videos to more people if you like and hit the subscribe buttons. So if you could do that now, that would be great. Let's jump right into things here with reason number 1. So the first reason that you're never going to be rich is because you're always trading time for money. Having a job, earning an income is great, but if you're doing that consecutively year after year after year, it is very difficult to become rich with that as your only income source. Rich people understand this, and they're always actively working to figure out other ways of making money. There's a reason it's called passive versus active income, and you have to be doing things to earn money while you sleep. The rich focus on building these passive income streams throughout their lifetimes and as quickly as possible to give themselves an advantage when it comes to harnessing the power of compounding interest, which I talked about in an earlier video on this channel. If you only work 40 hours a week, you are missing out big time, okay?
Yeah. Money never sleeps, pal. Just made 800,000 Hong Kong gold.
You need to start making money around the clock if you want to become rich. If you create one product and sell it online forever, all the time and effort you go into making that product at the beginning is then there and set in stone. You never have to put any more time into it. It's there, it lives online, and you can keep making you and paying you year after year after year. If you buy a share of a dividend stock, for example, and they pay you a quarterly dividend every 3 months, you get that payment every 3 months for as long as you own the stock. That is passive income. Building a business, buying a rental property, creating an empire of vending machines, whatever it is, you need to figure out a way to make money while you sleep, or you'll never be rich. So reason number 2 is the idea called keeping up with the Joneses. And this is the idea that I've heard so many times, so many people say this. It's what keeps the middle class in the middle class, keeps poor people poor. It's the feeling and thought that you need to buy things to impress your friends or family, or to buy what they buy because you live in a fancy area or you want to have nice things like they do. That's keeping up with the Joneses. And here's a secret that the rich know. Nobody cares. Honestly, nobody gives a shit. Okay. And I personally can't think of a stupider reason to stay broke or stay in the middle class than buying a bunch of stuff and stopping you from becoming rich, wasting your cash like that. That just drives me crazy. Buy an expensive house so you can show it off to your friends and family is dumb in my opinion. Okay. I don't like that. And if you're buying a luxury car that costs you 70 grand, but you're only making 100 grand in salary, it's almost a year of your salary going in this one vehicle. Like, this is insanely dumb to me. So I don't understand why people do it, but lots of people do, and that's how they trap themselves living this middle class lifestyle. You hear stories of people making all this kinds of money, like 150, 200K, but living paycheck to paycheck because they don't have the discipline of only spending what they need to spend, and they're trying to keep up with everyone else around them, or kind of put on this facade or this show for people when nobody actually gives a shit. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you think matters, what you want. Okay, stop caring what everybody else thinks. It does not matter. If you have friends that value you based on how much you make, how much you earn, what you drive, where you live, those are not friends. Those people do not value you for you. They're actually not even friends at all. They're called what I would call associates.
They were real that day I wore a vest, because that vest was disgusting. You can't sit with us!
And there's a huge difference between being rich and appearing to be rich. Some of the richest people on earth, Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, they don't look like they have a lot of money. They dress very plainly, very simply, while lots of people on social media who look rich, fake rich, have yachts, boats, dress really fancy, chains, all that stuff. That's fine if you want to do that and that's what's important to you. But at the end of the day, you don't become rich spending your money on things that don't provide value or provide an income to you. You have to be able to put money into things that will take you closer to your goals of becoming rich and stop spending money on things that take away from that. Reason number 3 that you'll never be rich: you only do what's easy. Newsflash. Everybody does this. If you want to be like everybody else, do what's easy, do what's simple, do what takes the least amount of effort, and you will get what a lot of people have in life. There's a reason why a majority of people are in that same kind of economic boat. And if you continue to be like that and act that way, then you'll be stuck there for life. Hard stop. If you want to be average and you want to have a mediocre net worth or know what that looks like in the US, I put out a video last week describing that. You can check it out on the title card flashing right up there. And the rich embrace hard tasks. That's all you need to know. They do what's difficult because they know it's necessary for growth. An easy way to start incorporating this idea into your life is to wake up before you do anything else. Don't get on your phone. Don't do anything else. Don't check social media. Do the hardest task you have to do for that day, whether it's going to the gym and working out, whether it's doing something hard for work, a difficult task, writing an essay, meal prepping, scheduling your day. Usually that's done the night before, but anything that you have to do that's most difficult, do it in the morning, get it done, get it out of the way, and the rest of your day will flow simpler. If you do that consistently every day when you wake up, you'll find that just things start falling into place for you. And the rich do this every day, which leads them to accomplishing more difficult tasks and kind of skill stacking, making things that were hard before much, much easier as they continue to do it and do it first right away out of the gate. And the truth is, investing is difficult. Learning how money works is difficult. Harnessing compound interest is difficult. It takes time. It takes working more than 40 hours a week, which is difficult for a lot of people. Okay. They don't need to go home and watch Netflix for 40 hours a week on top of your job. You're just wasting time and wasting time you could be using to build up yourself and freeing yourself from that actual job that you don't like to go to. Okay. Learning how money works is difficult, but this is how you get rich. The rich know this. You build up your skills over time. And if you want to do what's mediocre, do what's easy. If you want to become rich, start doing what's difficult day in and day out. Next up, the rich aren't afraid to fail. This is one that I love. It's one of my favorite things about people who are successful and wealthy. There's something about them that they just embrace the ability to fail. They don't fear it like most people do, and like I used to do a lot. I was always scared of being wrong or being corrected, but now I embrace it because I understand that being wrong gives you more data to analyze, more experience, and it actually allows you to progress faster as long as you learn from your mistakes. The rich see failure as a motivator. The average person sees failure as a possibility, and they back away from whatever task they're about to attempt, which could lead to failure. They're scared of it. They run from it. Okay. They become frozen and they stop making any progress forward. They refuse to let themselves grow because of this paralyzing fear of being wrong or making a mistake, which is what the average middle class poor people do. You're just honestly eliminating any chance of yourself ever getting better if you continue to be scared of doing things and not taking that next step. A great quote from Michael Jordan, one of the best basketball players of all time, if not the best. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is exactly why I succeed. This is coming from one of the greatest athletes of all time, and failure is definitely, definitely how you grow. The rich do this often, and when they make a wrong turn on the roadmap in life, they just back up the bus, they take it back and learn from their mistake and move on to the right path. But they know that they're eventually going to get them to their long-time goal. They just back up, get back on track, and keep working to get what they want, while most of us just sit there stewing in our madness just like this.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
So learn to embrace failure. Don't fear it. Don't run from it. Incorporate it into your life. Level up your skills and get better every time you decide to do something that scares you, and failure is a possibility. Now, the last and maybe most important reason that you're not going to become rich is because you don't believe that you actually can. And this stops a lot of people from harnessing this power. And it's a mindset thing. It's actually a real thing. Don't dismiss it because it seems like it's wishy-washy. The truth is that rich people think and believe that they're going to be rich long before they actually are. And they believe that anybody can become rich. There's enough money out in the world for anybody to go get it if they're going to put in the work to make it happen. The truth is 68% of millionaires did not inherit their wealth. They went out, figured out a way to fill a need and a service, or created a system, and they went out and they built their own wealth. They did not get a handout from mom and dad or from their family from generational wealth. They went out and created a new lifestyle for themselves. They had goals. They went out and just crushed it every day and built up themselves an empire. Okay, 68% of people who are millionaires built their own wealth. And yeah, like we said, it's difficult. It takes hard work, and you need to figure out and identify a need in society and go and fill that for a lot of them. But when you provide people value, you are rewarded with money and with whatever else you want. Like if you provide enough value in the world, you will get whatever you're after. I'm guaranteeing that right now. But whether you were born poor or rich has absolutely no bearing on whether you can become rich. It's all a mindset shift. There's no limit to how much money you can make. It's a choice. If you make a conscious choice to be rich and align yourself and your goals with that, you'll become rich. The same principle applies to other things in life. For example, if you want to lose weight or get in better shape and you start taking action to do that and you believe you can, and you hire a personal trainer, hire a dietitian, start making meal prep, going to the gym all the time, are you going to get more fit? Absolutely you are. It's kind of almost impossible not to when you have all those things working towards that goal. Well, the same thing happens with becoming a millionaire, becoming rich. Like self-made millionaires are created because they go out and they plan and they have discipline and they execute day after day and they set themselves up for success from day one, doing that hard task first in the morning. Like there's no cap on what you can make in this world if you just believe it and start taking actions to make those things happen. So visualize yourself becoming rich, believe that you can do it, and you will start taking steps to get there. You believe first, take action next. Listen, being broke is difficult. Being average is hard at times as well, and becoming rich is difficult. So it's just up to you which path you're going to choose. If they're all difficult, which hard path are you going to follow? Like, you don't need a crazy salary to become a millionaire. You can do this over time with compound interest, a decent salary, and belief in yourself. You just need to believe you can get there and get started, and then just start working towards that goal and giving yourself time to get there, and you make it happen. So there you go. 5 reasons why you won't become rich. But if you're still watching this video, which I hope that you are, you're going to take these lessons. I know you will. You're going to take these lessons, apply them in your own life, and start pointing yourself on that path of becoming rich. And I know the hardest thing for me in my life when I started on my path, I'm still working to get there, but it was to choose to do difficult things early in the day. And I still have difficulty with this sometimes, but it's not easy, but it's been 100% worth it for me. And my best days are the days where I get up, go to work right away and get started and dig into the hardest thing. But I'd love to hear from you guys, what you guys think out of the 5 things that we listed here today is the most difficult, or you can relate to the most. Leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. My guess is that there's one thing for everybody that they struggle with out of this list of 5. And finally, I just want to leave you with a quote from the author of The Millionaire Next Door, Thomas Stanley. And he writes, "Wealth is more often the result of a lifestyle choice of hard work, perseverance, planning, and most of all, self-discipline." So keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.